Intizar Hussain, a notable Pakistani author, gained prominence primarily for his 1979 novel, Basti, set against the backdrop of the tumultuous years preceding and following the partition of India and Pakistan in 1947. The narrative unfolds in the quaint village of Roopnagar, located in the Indian state of Uttar Pradesh. It centers around the life of Zakir, a young man navigating the complex socio-political milieu of the era, amidst the backdrop of Hindu-Muslim riots preceding the partition. What distinguishes Basti is its poignant portrayal of the profound and often fatal ramifications of this division on ordinary individuals. Hussain eloquently amplifies the voices of the marginalized and disenfranchised, delving into their experiences of anguish, upheaval, and displacement. Rather than focusing solely on the political or military figures responsible for the partition. Through its exploration of themes such as identity, belonging, and cultural remembrance, the novel underscores how the partition continues to reverberate in the lives and psyche of those who endured its consequences. Basti serves as a magnum opus, chronicling the partition's impact on collective memory by guiding readers through a narrative journey spanning different locales and time periods. The book vividly portrays the repercussions of this traumatic event on individuals and communities, unfolding against both pre- and post-partition backdrops. Through the depiction of diverse settings such as the village of Roopnagar, the bustling metropolis of Lahore, and the harrowing refugee camps, the novel effectively illustrates how the partition experience varies depending on one's social, economic, and cultural context. Take, for instance, the protagonist Zakir, born into affluence, initially shielded from the violence and chaos of the partition. However, when his friend's family falls victim to a brutal mob attack, he is stripped of his sense of security. This tragic event serves as Zakir's initiation into the turbulent times ahead. He witnesses the breakdown of societal order, the mass displacement of people, and the profound sense of grief. The subsequent quote encapsulates Zakir's profound despair, something intangible, a nameless presence, descended upon us. It signaled the demise of the world we once knew. Hussain delineates the challenges of grappling with the anguish and existential questioning triggered by separation. It becomes clear that the characters are engaged in discussions surrounding memory, displacement, and a longing for belonging. The pervasive feeling of displacement, a central theme in the narrative, finds its most poignant expression in the following quotation. Displaced, uprooted, and severed from our past, we had morphed into a community of strangers, united solely by the collective weight of our shared trauma. Basti provides a comprehensive exploration of the partition's impact on collective memory, guiding readers through a narrative voyage across diverse settings and time frames. The novel illustrates how individuals' experiences of the partition are shaped by their social, economic, and cultural contexts, vividly depicted in locales like the village of Roopnagar and the refugee camps. Moreover, it delves into the struggle to navigate the trauma and identity loss stemming from the partition, highlighting the intricacies of reconstructing one's identity in its aftermath. Ultimately, Basti offers a nuanced and insightful portrayal of the enduring repercussions of partition on both individuals and communities. The village of Roopnagar serves as a microcosm of the broader societal conflicts that culminated in the partition, where the protagonist Zakir comes of age. The characters in this village continually grapple with their identities based on their affiliations with specific religious communities, as the village itself is divided along religious lines. For instance, as illustrated by the passage where Zakir hesitates to recite the Kalma in class, there is a palpable unease and uncertainty about religious identity. I could not bring myself to recite the Kalma, the Islamic declaration of faith. It was as if some invisible force was preventing me from doing so. I felt like a traitor, as if I was betraying my religion by affirming it in public. Following their departure from Roopnagar, Zakir's family relocates to Amritsar, depicted as a vibrant mosaic of cultures and civilizations. However, even in this cosmopolitan city, communal tensions escalate, leading to the cataclysmic events of partition. The novel vividly portrays how Amritsar descends into chaos and violence during the partition riots. The turmoil and devastation witnessed by Zakir in Amritsar are encapsulated in the following harrowing description. The city was burning. Flames leapt up from buildings, and smoke filled the air. There were screams and cries everywhere, and the sound of gunfire echoed through the streets. Lahore, the cultural and intellectual hub of Punjab, is also portrayed as a site of turmoil and displacement during the partition. The narrative illustrates how the city transforms into a refuge for those fleeing the violence, having lost everything in the process. Amidst the chaos, people struggle to secure basic necessities such as food and shelter in the squalid and impoverished refugee camps scattered throughout Lahore. The following excerpt exemplifies the dire conditions within these camps. The refugee camp was a grim landscape of suffering and hopelessness. The tents were overcrowded and unsanitary, permeated by a perpetual stench of waste. Exhausted individuals lay on the ground, coughing and retching. In Basti, the settings transcend mere geographical locations, functioning as symbolic embodiments of transient realms encompassing belonging, identity, and memory. The narrative elucidates how a character's individual narrative and self-perception intertwine with the tangible landscapes they inhabit. For Zakir and his family, the village of Roopnagar embodies more than just a physical location. It symbolizes a profound sense of community and belonging. Rooted in the village for generations, they are deeply intertwined with their local community, and this connection forms an integral part of their identity. The following quote illustrates how the village evokes feelings of comfort and familiarity. For Zakir, the village of Roopnagar was a sanctuary of peace and serenity. Lush trees adorned its streets, and the air carried the delicate fragrance of jasmine. Here, everyone knew each other, and the bonds of communal solidarity were unyielding. In contrast, Amritsar represents a stark sense of displacement and estrangement for Zakir and his family. Forced to rebuild their lives in an unfamiliar city after being torn away from the comforts of Roopnagar, they confront the challenges of starting anew in an alien environment. In the bustling city, a vibrant tapestry of memories and identities unfolds, where Zakir and his family grapple with the challenge of assimilating into a new neighborhood. For Zakir, the city evokes feelings of bereavement and disorientation, encapsulated in the following passage. Amritsar was a realm of unfamiliar faces. Its streets teemed with crowds, while the towering structures loomed ominously overhead. I felt adrift, as though cast into a foreign realm. Much like Lahore does for several characters in the narrative, it becomes a crucible of trauma and upheaval. The refugee camps in Lahore emerge as symbols of the character's anguish and deprivation caused by the partition. The subsequent quotation epitomizes Zakir's experience of estrangement and despair within the refugee camps. The refugee camp was a bleak landscape of suffering and hopelessness, marked by interminable queues and protracted waits for sustenance. Within its confines, we were all strangers there, forced to live in close proximity with people we had never met before. These contrasting environments vividly mirror the profound effects of the partition on individuals' lives. The forced exodus from familiar homes and villages into unfamiliar and often hostile surroundings epitomized the traumatic experience of partition. This trauma finds expression in the city's turmoil and violence, while the village represents a semblance of continuity and rootedness shattered by the division. The book portrays the impact of partition as a profound rupture in people's lives, leaving them adrift and struggling to navigate an unfamiliar world. Rather than unfolding in a linear fashion, the narrative of the novel ebbs and flows through time, seamlessly interweaving past, present, and memories. The memories of the partition depicted in the novel extend beyond individual recollections to encompass collective experiences shared by communities and nations. Characters in the story frequently oscillate between past and present, grappling with painful recollections and striving to make sense of their lives in the aftermath of partition. Through flashbacks and reminiscences, the novel delves into the profound impact of partition on people's lives. For example, when Zakir ventures to Lahore in search of his friend, he is compelled to confront the agony of partition and the violence he witnessed in his youth. Amidst the bustling streets of the city, he is besieged by haunting memories, as illustrated by the following excerpt. Zakir saw his father's face contorted with fear, and the sound of the approaching mob grew louder. He was transported back in time, reliving the trauma of partition. This blending of past and present experiences underscores how the memories of partition resonate not only on an individual level but also as collective reminiscences shared by communities and nations. Throughout the novel, characters frequently turn to their communities for support as they grapple with the violence and tragedy they've witnessed. An example of this collective memory is Zakir's mother, who reminisces about the communal harmony that prevailed in the village before the partition. She recalls the peaceful coexistence of Hindus and Muslims, as well as their shared observance of each other's festivals. This quote exemplifies the sense of shared memories and group identity. We were all one community. We shared everything, our joys and our sorrows. But then the partition came, and everything changed. The utilization of various time periods underscores the complexity and depth of memory. The novel portrays memory as dynamic, shaped by individual experiences, societal histories, and cultural traditions. For instance, Zakir's recollections of the partition are influenced by both his personal encounters and the stories passed down from his family and community. The text portrays memory as an ever-evolving process, influenced by a multitude of factors. The interplay between different time periods emphasizes the interconnectedness and interdependence of memory. According to the novel, memory is not merely an individual phenomenon but rather a shared experience among communities and nations, shaped by cultural traditions and collective histories. The characters' recollections are not isolated or personal, they are embedded within a broader cultural and historical context. The novel argues that memory is fluid and subject to personal and social change over time. Basti portrays the partition of memory as an intensely personal and subjective journey, with the protagonist's inner turmoil, challenges, and ethical dilemmas forming the narrative's essence. The novel delves into how an individual's perception of reality is molded by their memories, which are fragmented, ephemeral, and selectively retained. For instance, Zakir, a central character, grapples with haunting memories of the partition, describing it as an open wound that refuses to heal. His recollections are characterized by a mix of clarity and haziness, with certain details vividly etched in his mind while others remain elusive. He often experiences the sensation of inhabiting two distinct universes simultaneously, endeavoring to comprehend his past experiences while reconciling them with his present reality. Likewise, the partition significantly shapes Nargis' demeanor, with her recollections of the event fundamentally altering her worldview. She grapples with understanding her personal history and current circumstances, torn between her Muslim identity and a desire for a more secular, modern existence. Describing her memories of the partition as, like a curse that has been passed down through generations, she underscores the deeply intimate and subjective nature of memory. The narrative also illustrates how individuals selectively choose which memories to retain and which to suppress. The depiction of partition memories in the novel encompasses not only personal recollections but also collective memories shared by communities and nations. We have explored how numerous settings in the book, including rural areas, Amritsar, and Lahore, serve as symbols not just of physical locales, but also of transient realms of memory, identity, and belonging. Thus, the novel seamlessly transitions between past, present, and memories, illuminating the intricate nature of memory. We've also discussed how Basti portrays memory fragmentation as a deeply personal and subjective experience, as individuals endeavor to comprehend their past and reconcile it with the present. The novel illustrates how memories wield a profound influence on shaping our lives, molding our perspectives, and defining our identities. The partition of India and Pakistan marked a pivotal moment in history, and Basti provides a compelling insight into the emotional resonance of this event. The significance of the book lies in its ability to capture the nuanced complexity of memory and its pervasive impact on our existence.